Hello ladies and gentlemen, I've got a UU game here for you today because I did a new team and I have been testing it, but this is the only game I've got with it so far that actually made it through until the end. The others have got DC'd or people ran or I got smashed, so they weren't really uploadable. And it's a game against Revengeboyz, who is a solid UU player. I've played him before, and he was testing out a new team as well, so this is ideal really just to see how, both of our teams played out. So on my end, I have a specially defensive anti-Sableye Mismagius, because Sableye is a real problem, and I need something with Taunt and Destiny Bond that can just take it out in one hit for me. I've got Choice Scarf Machamp, Life Orb Arcanine, and Sharpedo. The Sharpedo is just the same as my Carvanha, it's mixed, max attack, max special attack. I've got Choice Specs Roserade and then Physically Defensive Cobalion. Now I am aware that my team does have a pretty bad Flying and Psychic weakness. Fortunately, there's only really Mew on my opponent's team that could utilise that. Also, my opponent's team doesn't have, very much to resist Sharpedo, so keeping that alive is going to, in order to wreck some pokes is going to be pretty crucial. So let's just get into it. So for leads, when you see a Darmanitan, not only is 99% of the time will it be Choice, but it will more than likely be the lead as well, just for the U-turn. So I led with Mismagius, and what I'm going to do is first turn just go straight into Arcanine. If he goes to a Flare Blitz, then that's great because it is a Flash Fire boost. If he goes for U-turn, then that's also very good because it is resisted, so it won't do very much. And he won't really go for Superpower or Rock Slide on a Mismagius, unless he has some kind of next level prediction that I will switch out. But rather than U-turn, he just goes straight into the Snorlax and just straight switches. And this is pretty good because I do pack the close combat and can just tear Snorlax a new one. And that does a really solid amount, and it puts him at a range where, even though he has Thick Fat, a Flare Blitz will still KO, and it will still catch anything hard on the switch-in. So that is exactly what I'm going to do now as he brings in the Mew, and that does 50% to what looks like a really bulky Mew. And in Flare Blitz recoil, Arcanine will go down, which is surprisingly not bad, because it means I do get to keep some switch initiative and just keep the momentum on my side of the field. So I'm going to take this opportunity to go into Sharpedo, something that can directly threaten Mew. But he surprises me with the transform, so we have a third Sharpedo now in this match. And I do win the speed tie and can just finish off this Mew. But it looked like a defensive one anyway, so it wouldn't have been too much of a threat to my team as I originally thought. But he brings in Sharpedo, and at the time I was like, hey, didn't I just KO this thing? But Sharpedo is of the Iron Islands, he is a Greyjoy through and through.
What is dead may never die.
What is dead may never die, but rises again, harder and stronger.
So for an even stronger Sharpedo, I need an even stronger defensive wall, and in Cobalion I have one, and that Life Orb Waterfall only does 98 damage after lefties. So I wanted to scout to see if he was packing the Earthquake so that I can just Metal Burst and knock him out, but either he wasn't packing it or he didn't feel confident that it would KO, which he probably wouldn't have done. But he goes into Nidoqueen, which is a good play because it is immune to the potential Thunder Wave, and it also resists my Fighting Stab, and he can also threaten me out with a multitude of attacks. So I go into my special wall of Mismagius, just in case he wanted to go for the Earth Power, but he plays it safe with Fire Blast, which looks like it will be a 3-hit KO. So I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisp here to catch whatever as he goes into the Snorlax. And if he has Rest, then I don't want him resting up here, as he does try and go for it. And perhaps he was revealing that he was like the Curse-Lax set, which seems to be pretty common for Snorlax now. But he will definitely switch here, because if he is the Curse-Lax set, then I've already seen Body Slam, which will be his only attack. And I thought he might go into Sharpedo here, so another Will-O-Wisp would have been beneficial just to cripple it. But he goes to Darmanitan, which is a good play, and I'm just going to leave Mismagius in to die here, because with Arcanine gone, nothing really appreciates taking a Flare Blitz. And I go into Sharpedo here, thinking I can weaken him with the Aqua Jet, so he will go down to his own recoil. But Aqua Jet just straight takes him out, and I was pretty surprised by that. And I don't know why he went into Nidoqueen here. Maybe if he was Scarfed, he thought he might outspeed, or he might be able to live a Hydro Pump, but I do hit, and that just one-shots Nidoqueen, and in the back of my mind I was thinking here maybe a Sharpedo sweep, but I'm going to have to get pretty lucky against his own Sharpedo. But alas, I fall short. Maybe I should have gone for Hydro Pump there, but I didn't really want to risk the miss and then get swept by his Sharpedo perhaps. But I can go back into Cobalion, just go for the Sacred Sword this time, no need to go for the Metal Burst here. Now, I need to go for the Stealth Rocks here, because at the minute it's 3v3, but if I get up Rocks it's 3v1, and all I have to do is take out Rhyperior, which I have Roserade for, and I see no item on Rhyperior, and the way he just knocked out Cobalion tells me that he is banded, which is kind of cool, you don't really see that very often. But I can go for the Specs Giga Drain, which at max does just over 1000 damage, so that Rhyperior will not be getting back up unlike Sharpedo, and that will be the game. So that was a good game. I've been enjoying this UU team a lot, even if some really common pokes like Tornadus and Crobat and Heracross and most of the big threats in UU just take your shit all over it. And with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.